Ebusia for some activities in the Yama Obibia Aquaba. Now, Ebusia Kennedy, a compreko, a Japan, the spokesperson, a Kwasi, Kwarteng, and our Bawumia, what they and some old Wupina at the air to the Ebusia, and ye, a Sanketwa, watch them one. And Chai, Anna, Yenina, you who say, a Kennedy, a compreko, a Japan, a campaign manager, a Mr. Kwame Owusu, to me a free Kennedy, a compreko, a Japan, the campus, I say, Okopiemu, Dr. Bryan Champon. The camp na no ana nda Kwasi Kwarteng e enchiremu ahodo a chese de course a enam so emma Mr. Kwame Owusu etumi free Kennedy akompreku e Japan ekopie mu wo Bryan Champion ne camp busia enye esenketo Kwasi Kwarteng e de nchiremu ahodo pina na de ato gebusia enye esenketo na mebe se wada jere yenko na entie Kwasi Kwarteng ne samahodo a wode.
Are you giggling at the Kwame Owusu's movement? Did you not know that he's moved from your camp to that of Pius?
Let me say that. I mean, I thought myself and Honorable Pius, we all had one common enemy. And that is to bring a fresh face, a new candidate. And unfortunately, I'm learning today that we are also enemy for the Bryan's camp. Because I have a good relationship with Bryan, which is known, which is public within, which is also known within a lot of the political space. So I'm surprised this is coming from Pius. But I mean, with Kwame Owusu, one thing is that he was our campaign manager. We are grateful to him for the work that he did, but he couldn't deliver. That is why we've changed him. So if they are now going for somebody that couldn't deliver from the Ken's camp, we wish them the best. But we worked with him, and we knew his capability.
Kwame Owusu couldn't deliver.
Yes, because Ken couldn't win the elections. But this time around, we have said as a campaign team that we are no longer using a campaign manager. This time around, the polling station executives are campaign managers. The constituency executives are campaign managers. The electoral area coordinators are campaign managers. So we are not necessarily putting the burden on a person, especially having learned from the experiences. We are so grateful to him. He did his best, but the ultimate he couldn't deliver. Is the more reason why we let him go. So
you sacked him.
No, he's an adult. At some point the campaign, the campaign ended, and we needed to form a new campaign team for Dr. Bawumia's campaign. That is the general elections. Subsequently, when we were reforming our teams, we felt that we did not need one person as a campaign manager. And he also joined by Champion's campaign. But most important thing is that he did his best for us. But as a campaign manager, the ultimate was for him to win us election, which he couldn't deliver. And so if somebody who couldn't deliver at Ken's end, Honorable Pius and Co sees him as the messiah to come and win elections for them, it's fair, so be it. But we wish Honorable, Dr. Bryan himself the best. We wish each of the candidates, all of them, the best. But our focus is not really about who is here or who is there. If we want to talk about who has jettisoned camps, the list is there. Dr. Bryan Champo himself, at some point, also jettisoned from Dr. Bawumia's camp.
Yeah.
Dr. Duchu, my former boss, whom I so much respect, also jettisoned and abandoned the boat from Dr. Bawumia's camp. Speculatively, all of you have heard that Ronaldo is no longer with Dr. Bawumia. So I'm not sure the conversation is really about who is... Yes.
Oh, you put it right in speculatively.
Yes, speculatively. Who moved from this, because it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Who moved from that camp or who moved from this camp. And most importantly, and you agree with me, that because Honorable Dr. Bryan is also a new candidate, certainly he's going to take from or draw from the existing camps, which predominantly were the Bawumia and the Ken camp. Okay. But the good thing is that out of any 10 that he takes 8 from Dr. Bawumia and maybe 1 or 1.5 from Ken. So it's good for us.
Is that the analysis you've done?
That's the observation that is going around, and I'm sure you may also subject it to your own scrutiny. But we are very confident that even Bryan's introduction into the race and how he's making the inroads in the Bawumia camp is really giving us an edge.
Yeah. It did. It's the reason why I say that maybe...
Pius is also laughing.
Pius, do you have something to say to what he said?
May I seize the moment to compliment my senior on his smartness. He's looking sharp in the studios.
Yeah.
However, I have to disagree with him on who should bear ultimate responsibility on the failure of the Honorable Kennedy Ojepong to win the primaries of 2023. I think that ultimately the responsibility falls on the shoulders of Honorable Kennedy Ejapong to shift that blame to somebody who was not on the ballot, somebody whose vision was not at issue, somebody whose plan was not at issue, but a staff, an administrator, a programmer, a mobilizer, for me will be quite unfair. If anybody should be held responsible for Honorable Kennedy Ejapong's failure in 2023, I guess that it should be Honorable Kennedy Ejapong himself. But having said that, we have good relationships. Not just, he doesn't have just a good relationship with my principal, the next flag bearer, Dr. Bryan. He has excellent relationships with me, or I with him. But at this point, I think that the facts, we must articulate the facts. It's not personal at all. And I have nothing against the Honorable Kennedy Ejapong. And like Bryan says, when and not if, when he becomes flag bearer and ultimately president, the likes of Dr. Bawumia, Kennedy Ejapong and co, they will play prominent roles in moving Ghana forward. So it's not personal at all.
So with what Kwasi Kwarteng is saying, what role, maybe I would say, that he could not live up to expectation when he was with the Kent's camp, what role is he playing, apart from going this afternoon to do the balloting for you? What role is he playing in your camp? And are you sure that he can deliver?
Well, the person who is ultimately responsible in any campaign, there's a campaign who have staff, a campaign who have a manager, a campaign who have a spokesperson, and so on. But the vision bearer is the man at issue. And so the leadership is coming from the venerable Dr. Bryan. All of us who work with him, we work up to him, and we are led by his vision and his aspirations and so on. Mr. Kwame Owusu is a colossus in our body politic. Everybody knows that. He has enormous experience. But for the moment, he is campaign advisor. We run stuff by him. We take his input, he advises. But at the end of the day, the candidate has to be responsible for every move that the campaign takes. We take him seriously. He's a very, very serious person. Kwame Owusu is a very, very serious person. And we are confident that his involvement has added to our campaign.
I think Kwasi disagrees with you.
If you listen to what Honorable Pius is saying, he seems to even raise Kwame Owusu even higher than the candidate. Bryan is a fantastic guy, strategic, a goal chaser. I mean, very apt to the task that he's doing. But it appears he's even trying to even raise the capabilities
I'm not
of
sure.
That's what he's doing, because I thought he would even promote.
That's not fair. That's not true.
I thought he was even going to promote Dr. Bryan more than Kwame Owusu. Dr. Bryan will not be happy with you.
No,
that you are promoting his campaign advisor more than him.
I see. Gwegu, I see what you're doing, but I make the point again that Dr. Bryan is the one in charge. He's a candidate. We are led by his vision. He gives guidance. Yes, we receive input from the likes of Kwame Owusu, who is a colossus in the Ghanaian politics and in the NPP politics, no doubt about that. And he has added to our campaign. But it is the man of the moment, Dr.